So DSG, I told y'all, look, we got to get into some content, DSG, for real, bro. Darkest Sand fella need it, and we need it for the gaming channel. All right. Next, we about to get into this. This is by Wade's World. This video is titled, Pokimane thinks every guy that doesn't like her is gay. So, y'all know we got to watch this. Let's go ahead and see why Pokimane think that every man that doesn't like her is gay.
Will I be with me for the rest of my life? Well, yes, I've no choice. I'm sure I'm not.
Are you dead ass? That's fake, right? She did it for like a skit. Did she really do that?
Will I be with me?
Is this a deep fake, or is this a deep fake, or is she? There's no, because I know she ain't dead ass.
For the rest of my life. Well, yes, I've no choice.
I'm sure I'm not the only one. Between a pandemic, the economy being in the toilet, and
She did not just blame the economy for her not being
because she rich, like dead serious.
This is all like, all these little side looks and everything. All this is meant to do is goon bait. Pokey.
And she got me. As she was tying that around her neck, I'm sitting there thinking like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I'm sitting there looking at my hands. You know what I'm saying? Trying to figure out how they fit. So I get it.
Pokimane trying to find her perfect man, her standards.
I actually thought it'd be better odds. Out of 164 million, only 500,000 meet my standards.
Pokimane, you're a woman. I'm just going to be all the way real with you. A lot of y'all standards, like nobody meets them. Just y'all, you know what I'm saying? And I love y'all. Like, you got to think. Listen to what she just said, DSG.
164 million, only 500,000 meet my standards.
Out of 164 million women, do you know how many of them meet my standards? I have none. There's 164 million women. I'm going to 164 million. I'm going for 163 point.
Only lame say that shit.
I'm going for most of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I have standards, but that all is dependent on how much. Like, bro, look at this shape up. Why are we still using that right now? Why are we still doing that, bro? That shit is dead, bro. Nobody even seeing my shape up. Nobody even seeing my shit, man. God damn, leave me alone, Yuki. Man.
The most.
What up, Kazama? What's good?
All happen to be gay.
That's a
The
fact.
dating scene in 2026 is gone to
That's
hell.
not a fact, Eddie. I was literally saying that's a fact to Eddie Kane because he said anything is possible with Henny. Yo, bro, I wasn't trying to say they gay or everybody gay. I wasn't saying that. I was saying that to Eddie Kane. You know what I'm saying? My bad.
All right, so
Yuki said, yo, what you do when if it stink, Daquan? See, I think that a lot of y'all don't know how it is to be like a real. Yo, I'm gonna keep it all at 1,000. It all depends on how good she look. Like, bro, that's what I'm saying. I like, bro, I'm a real. I'm not this red pill. I ain't a dating coach or anything. It all depends on how good she look. Dead ass, bro. Real shit. Bro. And it all depends on if I'm in a drought. And I know niggas can vouch for this. My name is Blake. I know he can. ATM, Skywalker. You know what I'm saying? Can vouch for this for real. Bro, straight up. It's like this, bro. If it stink, the first time I'm thinking is, how bad did I really want to hit this joint? If I really want to hit it, I'm in there. Nothing's going to stop me. If she look good, too. If it's just, yo, I really want to hit, like, because there's some fat girls I really want to hit just to see what it's hitting for.
My only standards is, can she stand? As long as she not bedridden, she can be in my bed riding.
I ain't going to hold you. If she bedridden, she going to get ridden in that bed. And that's just is, and it is what it is. I hit a joint on my 6,000 pound life. Is it 600 or 6,000? I don't know, but 6,000 is a lot. But I watched 3 tons of fun. Do you feel what I'm saying? That's like, bro, a lot of y'all niggas, y'all not really willing to follow through with this shit. You got to be really dedicated to this. Are you really dedicated to this life? If you not, I'm sorry, you never going to get it, bro. You're never going to. A lot of y'all have standards that will never be met because they're not meant to be met in your life. Look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, do I really deserve these standards that I have? Do I really? You got niggas like me and Blake saying anything gonna go.
It stinks. I'm still
I'm not
gonna
saying
eat
that.
seafood boil.
And I'm not
Trust
saying
me,
that.
I've encountered a few of them, especially the fat ones. That ain't no problem. That's just
Ain't
extra
lying.
seasoning for them to
That's
suck off
disgusting.
my dick.
That's disgusting.
Sometimes I subscribed to the teachings of the Messiah, Yawironya Gaines. Cause he be cooking sometime.
I'll
If
try.
it makes me a fresh and fissions, then so be it.
That's
I'm
crazy.
also like the teachings of Blake Iafaria and his knowledge of Blakeology. I'm not following
Blake
it
out-
deeply cause I ain't gay.
Bro,
Where's the
we
N-words?
actually need to make the Blakeologist. Dro Jangles, thank you for the 18 months. Appreciate you. We really need to make the Blakeologist or something.
To live with
Yo,
me.
actually,
That's
play it,
right,
chill.
you boys in a happily
Chill.
committed
Don't
relationship.
tempt us,
And
bro.
today's video is kind of based around that because there is I wouldn't say it's a growing trend. I think the trend has grown and it has taken over. But women in the, I would say, millennial or Gen Z era have made their standards for dating men damn near impossible.
Where's the N-words?
They haven't. Yo, DSG, dead. I'm getting so tired of all of these incels doing this shit, bro. Or that just be online. Thank you, T.I. Mitchell. It's literally only online. These women do, bro. DSG, dead. Y'all. Oh my God, for who don't know women, you would dead ass see a girl get on a fucking podcast and be like, yo, a nigga gotta make. Y'all will be like, these girls will be like, a man gotta make $300,000 to date me. The nigga just fucked her last week. He don't even have a job. Then the nigga sells a zip a week, bro. Then he barely make $300, bro, a week. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. You gotta start understanding this, bro. Stop thinking that all of this shit, it's just because these women say it online, it is facts. It's not. These women go against all of that. Well, I can't date a man with kids. I'm a single father of 2. Most of the women I date have had no kids. Most of them. Like literally out of all the women I date, 99% of them ain't got kids. I can't date a man with kids. They're lying. I need a man to make 6 figures. You're lying. Ask these with a 6 figures. See how many of them really know. And all you gotta do is fake it anyways. You don't even know. You can fake a lifestyle to them, but they ain't gonna know about that shit. Life.
Like, it is impossible to be a man worth dating to the Gen Z and millennial woman who have been indoctrinated with feminine.
This is bro, dead ass. That's why I'm saying, like, incels, and they stay that, bro, because of shit like this. That is a lie. It is not
Gay.
Past. I like him done.
a gay past. What?
Feminism to the highest order. And it's not real feminism where
Stop listening to this shit you hear online like these niggas, man.
they believe they deserve an equal footing in both the workplace and, you know, actual life to men. But it's like we're better than men. We actually hate you, and you're only there as a proxy for.
This ain't even most women. Especially once you get offline, man. What the fuck is this?
For us to use
What are you
for
talking about?
making babies
I
and
got
or
less
manipulate. That's what relationships in 2025 feel like, outside of mine, of course, because I love my girl.
I've got a
But one of
vagina.
the most profound examples of that in terms of the influencer scene is Pokimane. You guys may know her from essentially copy and pasting a cookie brand and jacking.
DSG. DEO Riot says, a lot of these guys are incels, but some of them gotta be doing this for the bag. The demographic that's gonna now there's no punctuation in this, so if y'all see me reading this way, I'm trying to put punctuation in myself. So as I was saying, a lot of these guys are incels. But some of them got to be doing this for the bag. The demographic that's going to run these numbers up are the exact type that's going to be calling themselves admirals from One Piece. You're not lying. It's a fact. But at the same time, these are people that understand their audience, as far as they understand them because they know their audience can relate to them because they're speaking from experience. So you got somebody like Ace. Ace charges $200 DSG per hour to talk to him about how to get girls. This is a 41-year-old virgin that has never gotten a woman in his life to even look at him. And he charges $200 per hour for involuntarily celibate men to consult with him about how to get women.
up the price of it because she's an influencer selling cookies for, what were they, like $8 a cookie or some shit, just to go completely out of business, because why would anyone buy those after the first month they were out, unless they were the same fart sniffing simp neck beard
Fart sniffing. Okay. All right. But, bro, I get it.
Overwatch players that still watch her streams in big 2026. That's right, new year. But you also may know her for being the girl that,
I ain't gonna hold y'all. A lot of Blakeology is gonna be a lot of DAQUANology too. It's just DAQUAN don't admit that Blake does. You feel me?
essentially bought herself an engagement ring because she, one, wanted to rage bait people, and two, got so frustrated with people saying that she wasn't married yet at 29 years old, start a family, unc and auntie, that she decided to spend her millions of dollars given to her by men that I think hate themselves on getting herself an engagement ring. And I know this is a bit of sarcasm on her part, but there's genuine truth in the way she feels about this, at least on the outward kind of expression of herself. And even though deep down she wants a man, but only the perfect one. We'll get to that in a second. But the bigger picture is this is how a lot of girls feel in 2026. Let's watch this.
In the comments my last video, you guys kept talking about a ring. A lot of you were saying, girl, just go get one for yourself. So that's what I did.
Oh, thank you, all of my tier 3 that, you know, afforded me this ring. And I don't even know any of you, don't know your names or anything like that, will never acknowledge you as even a human being. But thank you for the money. Like that, bro, sent Amaranth $100,000 and that said ill when she saw him. Are y'all fucking
ring at Bulgari that I just fell in love with. It felt like way too much to get for myself, but then the more I thought about it, I was like, I hope someday I actually get engaged. The person that you are engaged to the most in your entire lifetime.
Allow they want. I'm gonna say this. Her personality, I probably couldn't deal with for the long haul. But this is Pokimane is not a bad looker at all. Let's get that very clear. She ain't ugly. She's far from ugly. She looked very good. She's pretty. She's rich. Yeah, if I can get engaged to that, I'm gonna do that. For the clout alone, I'm a streamer. I'm not even gonna hold y'all from the clout alone. And if she pretty as shit, you know what I'm saying? She in shape. She's rich. You know what I mean? I'm finna get engaged to that.
Is your damn self. So why shouldn't I get this ring for my damn self? So
get it for your pretty ass.
What is that like black scent that she puts on in the middle? So I'll get this.
That's black scent to you?
Your lifetime is your damn self. So why shouldn't I get this ring for my damn self? So
that's black to you. For my damn self. Do you see how my black ass sound saying that? Yo, bro, for the nigga who made this video, listen how my black for my damn self.
Your lifetime.
This ain't nothing to do with me and black.
Your damn self.
It's your damn self.
So why shouldn't I get this ring for my damn self? So
what is that like black scent that she?
Ain't no black scent. Yo, hold on, cause I can't even say what you're gonna say again, cause like I'm gonna say it too black.
Puts on in the middle. So I get this for myself. Who is that? Who is she?
So I get this for myself. The problem with that though?
Trying to imitate. This girl really went out and bought herself a ring. You want to talk about self-loathing and comedy veiled depression? It's being so frustrated that you can't find your perfect man. That
frustrated and self-absorbed.
You let TikTok comments get to you, and you spent your, again, fair play, massive amounts of money on something as dumb as a ring that you probably only wear for this video. Yes, it'll get views, but let's be honest, this is a coping mechanism. Because really, as much as she and other women of this era want to tell you that they don't need a man or that they can go and get it for them damn selves.
Ass nigga. The way she said that made my meat twitch a little.
So you had to say that though, like do's and don'ts. There's so many other sound effects you could have used at this point that you had to use that one though. But I get it though, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hold you, you know what I'm saying? Pokimane, bro, it is what it is, man. Yo, Pokimane she ain't a bad look or anything.
Independent. She even says in this video she would like nothing more than a man that loved her to give her a ring, but at the same time, she's gonna have to be able to manipulate him. It's gonna have to be a perfect man, not one single flaw, because of course she has none. And because of those things, she will never find the man that will give her said ring. Unless,
Please
again,
tell me he
he's
played
just
it.
completely submissive and doesn't really give a fuck about himself, and then it'll work.
This is me proposing to myself. Damn! Look at the gorgeous
But if you had those
diamonds.
nails
The
now?
packaging is beautiful, the way that it contrasts. You know when jewelry is so pretty, you want to eat it? Is that just me? Like, it's so
Yeah.
delectable.
This is about the size of the cookie that she was selling, so she'd need to eat a couple more of these to have a full serving size, of course.
Delectable. Will
That was so dry.
I be with me for the rest of my life? Well, yes, I've no choice. But
Yo, we need to start calling women corny, lame. We need to start calling them that because, like, did she dead ass just do that?
Only lame niggas say that shit.
Shout out to Pokimane. You know what I'm saying? For that. There's no way she's dead ass serious, though. I just know she's not. There's no way she is dead serious.
delectable.
This is about the size of the cookie
What?
that she was selling, so she'd need to eat a couple more of these to have a full serving size, of course.
Pokimane.
Delectable. Will I be with me for the rest of my life? Well, yes, I've no choice. But yes, I'm
Will I be with myself? I have no choice but to be with myself for the rest of my life. How else am I going to escape from me? How am I going to escape from DAQUAN, Wiltshire?
gonna have the opportunity to gift my husband the sickest engagement ring for men that there ever was. And
That's no bullshit. And just sit there and listen to this and say whatever it is he about to say instead of being like, yo, I need me a rich girl. Straight up. Dead ass. I'm tired of dealing with broke thing I shit to offer. Bro, I guarantee you this is gonna say some shit that is gonna go against what she's saying right now instead of being like, yo, I'd rather have a rich ass girlfriend that can do that.
Made a list of shit.
I cannot
And Jeff Clancy.
wait. You guys know how much I love gift giving, and just that idea makes me so happy.
There she goes. All right, so there's that
Let's say-
cringe fest of a video, but I get it. You know, she's trying to roll with the punches, keep morale up because she is about to be 30. No husband, no boyfriend, it seems. No man that can satisfy her needs, and she explains why all these things are happening to her at 29 years of age in another video that she just released. Let's take a look.
My parents keep asking, so I'm just gonna send them this video. 1. Dating while being a public figure has its difficulties. If I go on a dating app, I'm either bombarded with people asking if it's really me, or I get banned because they think I'm catfishing myself.
Well, that's obvious. That's just what happens. You're just a woman, so you're just trying to not conform. You're trying to come to realization that this is reality. Yes, this is how this works. Pokimane, do you not understand how popular you are? Do you think if anybody were to see you on a dating app, they're like, yeah, you know what? The first thought in their mind is, I'm going to Pokimane, or Pokimane is interested in me. Pokimane matched with me, or they're like, this is most likely a catfish. You are extremely popular. That's like, hey, if I match with Lori Harvey and I'm thinking to myself, this is definitely Lori Harvey. This most definitely cannot be a catfish. No. If I saw Lori Harvey on a dating app and she liked me, I'm going to block her because the first thought in my mind is this cannot be real.
Oh, meeting up with a stranger is risky enough, but even
Facts
more
abomin.
so after instances where a guy will pretend they don't know who I am, and then I find out they knew all along. I also think that
All right, so let's talk about the first couple of things. Number one, the fact that the first avenue for her was to go on a dating app tells me everything.
I mean, but like you should have got rid of that. You know what I'm saying? Before you made the video, like that should have been your first avenue. Hey, let me get this shit off my nose before I keep, you know what I'm saying, clicking record on this camera.
Thing I need to know in 2026, which is we are so socially desensitized, and she acts like it's because she's a massive influencer. And listen, yes, she is probably going to be recognized in the circles that she surrounds herself in with guys that know who she is. But also, is that the type of guy she wants? Is a guy that's a fan of her content, is sweating profusely, gifting subs over and over while his entire body smells like bacon grease? Probably, but who knows? It seems like there's no genuine thought to dating in her circle. Why not if she's such a public figure?
There is genuine thought once you truly understand women. And no red pill shit once you understand the hypergamous nature. So what y'all have to understand is this. What Pokimane wants is a man who does not know who she is at all. Because he is so important, he would never know who Pokimane is. And by important, yes, I mean social status. She does care about financial status, obviously. But she wants his social status to be way higher than hers to where he doesn't even know who Pokimane is. How don't people understand that? That's all Pokimane is looking for. A man who is so rich and so known that he does not know who Pokimane is. So once he gets with her, he's like, oh, I have a rich girlfriend. And is not thinking about her money at all. Oh, I just have a rich girlfriend. And in his mind, he's not thinking about a rich girlfriend. It's just, I got a girlfriend. That's what you want, Pokimane.
Talk to the people that are already in her circle, not necessarily online, but people that are around her genuine interests. And I'm not saying everybody has to do dating in person that way to begin everything. There may be some people that find love on dating sites and dating apps and Tinder and all that. But I just think it's the wrong way to go about meeting people because establishing a...
It's not at all. This is the new day and age, bro. It's not. I haven't even said that. I've said yes. As far as my experience in growing up in the age and the era that I did, it was a lot easier to just walk up to women in person and talk to them. But that is because the internet wasn't like it is nowadays. Everybody lives on it. When I was growing up, people didn't live on it. If you saw this girl and you didn't speak to her, you're most likely not going to ever see her again in your life. Nowadays, you can see a girl and be like, oh, all I got to do is post her picture online and say, Twitter, do your thing. And then mad people are going to post this girl and then I'm going to somehow find her. Everything's different nowadays.
Relationship through a phone doesn't give you all the social cues that you need to decide a character of someone or to just see what the person is actually like in real life. And 29 years old for the, talk of being an independent woman, I guess there's an understandable worry about meeting strangers.
Facts. Eddie Kane said, right, we had pen and paper to get them digits. I always like to go to the mall with a pen and pad. That's what I'm saying. Y'all so young now, like y'all young in the era y'all grew up in, y'all don't go to a mall. Yo, what up Aries, what up Aries 1B? You know what I'm saying? But y'all don't go to the mall and be like, yo, look, I gotta get this girl number. Y'all will go to the mall and be like, yo, I'm gonna keep looking around and then I'll hope to find her Instagram or her Twitter, whatever, her social media platform or whatever, which one of y'all follow her. And I hope that somebody able to get this girl interested in me on social media. Instead of being like, yo, I'm about to walk to the girl and talk to her.
If you have some social anxiety or something, but this is what the confident, independent woman is supposed to be able to do, right? This is what we were told that women were supposed to be confident enough to go up to men and had...
Nobody was ever told that. Not ever. That's what I'm saying. Like, get their advice online or something? Nobody. Nobody was ever told this. Nobody was ever told this.
An independent woman is supposed to be able to do, right? This is what we were told that women were supposed to be confident enough to go up to men and engage in these conversations and not have...
Nobody ever said that once. Women don't want to get rejected. Most are not confident enough to do that.
To have a man come and...
Most women are not positive. Not positive. Most women are not confident enough in themselves to walk up on a man and risk getting rejected.
Swoon. And again, I say all this because women of this generation, have said that, but realistically, she, like almost every other woman, wants a man to come up to them and initiate conversation and put themselves out there and make them feel comfortable. And it seems like what she's really saying is no man is doing that because they are either intimidated by her...
Why y'all think women want a lot of men with money? Think about this, bro. This man is going to show her some shit she'll never be able to see in her life. Women like experiences that they have not experienced before.
Massive public audience and celebrity, or she never meets him in person to get the chance.
As a career-oriented woman, I don't want to settle for someone who's insecure about what I do or wants to control me. I
get it, Pokimane. I get it. What you want is a man that doesn't have to worry about anything that you're doing. What up, Clitory Buffet? Yo, as you saying that, I just want to say this. Yo, DSG, I'm going to tell y'all right now, my favorite streamer is Cuffin. I ain't even going to hold y'all. If y'all ever have me online saying anything crazy about Cuffin, yo, dog, that ass, my bad. I had to peep a few clips. Cuffin might be the funniest streamer I've ever seen. Yo, shout out to the Cuff him, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Cuff him is probably my favorite streamer. I'm not gonna hold y'all. This fit right in with DSG. He would literally fit in my shoes for DSG. He would be a better fit for the king of DSG, for the ruler, for the, whatever. Yeah, yeah. Shout out to Cuff'em. I'm not gonna hold y'all. Cuff'em is probably the funniest streamer I've ever seen in my life.
I want to be that way towards my partner. 2, I went.
Now again, on paper,
That
yeah,
nigga's
that's a
hilarious.
great. I would never want to do that either, right? I don't want.
So am I that because I said Cuff'em a good streamer?
You're kinda look
that's what I'm
alike
saying.
too.
Anybody controlling, and I don't think that most people want to be in a relationship that's completely controlling. But what does it mean that someone would be intimidated by what she does? Does that mean that a man would maybe ask her to?
That means that she does not want a man that lives below her means. As far as she wants a man who is confident in himself because she has dealt with men who have not made the money that she has made. This is for every man in here. You have to understand this as a man, as a real man. For the men who want to be real men, you're going to want to provide for your woman. If you know it is a guarantee the moment you meet this woman, you cannot provide for her. If you can't provide for her, at the very least you want to be the breadwinner. I guarantee you Pokimane has dealt with more men who are not the breadwinner. She wants that. That's what Pokimane wants. She wants a man who's the breadwinner. That man will seem like he's confident. You have to understand, this is a woman who is a multi-millionaire. You know how hard it is going to be to Pokimane to find a man, you know what I'm saying, who can outdo her as far as her income. That's all Pokimane wants is that security that comes with that. That's all she wants. And I don't fault her for wanting that.
Not post revealing pictures of herself on the internet? Does that mean that a man would not want her to be thirst trapping an audience to gain money and clout? Would that mean a man doesn't want her goon baiting on her stream and acting like she's picking things up to show off her ass?
No, okay, I do understand some things, but at the same time, how many things have I had to pick up on my stream? How many things have I had to, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Niggas be acting like because Pokimane dropped something and went like this, she turned around and this showed right here, the same shit that's showing right there in my briefs. Oh my God. I can't believe she showed that. She's showing all to her gooner audience.
That's to her audience. That's probably under the age of 18.
Come on,
Yeah,
man.
as a man.
So what about Jadeon? Dead serious, bro. No bullshit, bro. Because I hate when they try to only, pawn this off on women. So what about Jadeon? What about Jadeon when he first started streaming before the Christian shit, before the... Not Jadeon being a... I'm talking about before the catching and shit like that, before the predator catching. What about Jadeon? Every time Jadeon turn around with his childish young audience, every time Jadeon, a grown man, stands up and does this, it's gyat. So what about that then? Are we only going to talk about Pokimane, or are we going to talk about the fact that streamers do this too? What about Aiden Ross and his audience? Because if Aiden Ross were to stand up right now, I guarantee you there are a million looking at my they try to see it, they see it. And if they don't see it, there's an L print. And if they do see my W print, what about that? What about that?
And I would not want my girlfriend doing that either. I'm not out here trying to seduce the female audience.
And I don't think Pokimane is trying to entice her audience with most of the things that she does.
By showing up
That's what comes with
shirtless
it.
in a G-string or something. I don't know. But you get what I'm saying? No, of course. That's not controlling. That's just having respect for the person you're in a relationship with. And she says, based on the content she does, which again, I'm not going to fucking lie to you. I don't really know what Pokimane does. What is she actually good?
And I could say the same thing, bro, but I was about to say, I know, I ain't gonna hold you. I get it. Okay, I really don't know what she does. Because I was about to say, I know what she does. She just streams. I was about to say she's a streamer. And then, yeah, it's probably gonna be somebody in here like, so what does she do? I don't know what she does when she's streaming, so I get it. All right, never mind. My bad, bro. My bad.
Because it's not gaming.
I don't know
That
what she
didn't
do when she
work.
stream.
Running an esports org, that didn't work.
I don't know.
Selling cookies, that didn't work. So what she really sells is goon bait on the internet.
She doesn't. She doesn't. The thing is, I can see if Pokimane changed up. Pokimane has done the exact same thing she's done since she started. Besides, she don't say nigga anymore.
Yeah, if I'm her boyfriend, I don't want her doing that shit because
That's a fact because you white. That's because you white. And I get it, my nigga. Real talk. This a real bro. I get it. I wouldn't want her to say either. I get it, bro.
Parts of who you are as a person are supposed to be shared with me, not the internet. You're not supposed to look for the attention of the internet to your physical attraction.
Yeah, you're not supposed to until you realize you're a man. So most of your audience are men, and they're not coming to you because they're attracted to you. But then you realize women are completely different on the internet as far as they can be the most entertaining people ever, but they will still have horny men that will outnumber the people who will be their genuine audience. Are you f***ing serious? Do you not know this?
That's not controlling. That's just wanting to be in a committed relationship to where you're seeking the attention of the person you're with. The millions of nameless, faceless men out there that are going to jerk off to the image of you online.
Through a rather
Okay, listen to what you even just said. The men that are gonna jerk off to your image. Like, bro, and then you show this immediately. So that's really Pokimane's fault for doing makeup, dead ass? That's Pokimane's fault for doing this video in the mirror. A regular ass video that literally looked like me doing this, the same shit. I can literally, she doing this just what I'm doing right here. But somehow she's provoking men to beat their little ass, right? Man, I learned to start blaming men instead of blaming women for shit like this. Come on, what I look like, I'm never going to blame women for men doing shit like this to this, bro. If you beat off to a woman putting on makeup, you have a real life issue, man.
traumatizing experience that made it hard for me to feel safe and trust others. Once you see the emotional, psychological, and even physical impact that someone can have on you, it makes you cautious about entering into any.
Do I think this is a video showing women how to do their makeup? Hell no. She didn't show anything. There's no tutorial. She's literally just doing hers and you can't even tell what she's doing. Is this a video to empower women? Possibly. Women will watch videos like this and only listen to it. It's just we're men. And by men, by me saying we're just men, we watch it like this. And like, that's the huge difference between us and women.
Makes you cautious about entering into anything new. I guess you could.
I would like to know what this traumatic experience was that made her not feel safe around others. I find it that
I find that she's making a TikTok like every other woman does.
It's not just women, but I find that a lot of people in this time don't feel safe because of emotional experience they went through. Like, people used to fight fucking wars. Men used to go to war, and now we're over here talking about feeling safe and traumatizing experiences where she probably got told that.
Yeah, we used to have spaces when men fought wars, but now a woman is saying that she feels okay. So how does that correlate to a man going to war?
Feeling safe and traumatizing experiences where she probably got told that some of the stuff she does online is bullshit by another dude. Because in my opinion, I've heard people talk about having traumatic experiences, and then when you ask them what it was they got in an argument or
sinful TV. Yeah, that's a lot different than everything we're talking about.
Someone said something they didn't like. They got emotional about something. I'm not saying that's what happened with Pokimane. I'm just saying this sounds like a lot of like Gen Z, millennial, like emotion speak. Like
You know what this sounds like to me? This sounds like Pokimane has not found a man that can outdo her financially. That's all she's looking for.
Where's the N-words?
I don't know how y'all feel about it. I just feel like Pokimane is like, okay, I need a man that makes so much. The thing is, this one I don't get about incels. Y'all can acknowledge that women are hypergamous in nature until it reaches a certain level of income. So it's like, okay, this woman that works at Starbucks, she can have a hypergamous nature because she works at Starbucks, so she can shoot for the stars. But a woman who is up there with the stars, she can't shoot beyond that. Even though she's hypergamous in nature, she has to shoot at her level or lower. Women are hypergamous in nature. They're always going to shoot beyond, their level. They're always going to shoot above. That's going to shoot, you know what I'm saying, beyond what they are. What do you expect Pokimane to do? I'm sorry. Do you think Pokimane is like, man, I can't wait to date DAQUAN Wiltshire? Or she's like, I can't wait to date an Elon Musk. Elon Musk probably has so much shit to worry about that Pokimane isn't even on his radar. As far as if he were to be dating her right now. Hey, whatever you got going on, leave me the fuck out of it. Fuck off and do whatever you're doing. Here's the money. Don't ever talk to me unless we're fucking. That's most likely not what's happening at all. But it's just, I'm just saying, like, Elon Musk is so rich and so busy. He's like, hey, Pokimane, whatever you're doing, fuck off. Do whatever you're doing. Leave me alone. Leave me out of it. Pokimane is so rich that she probably like, I need a man that's so busy. You're going to allow me to continue doing what I'm doing at the rate I'm doing it and how I'm doing it. And you're not going to bother me at all because you're making your money the way you are and I'm making it the way I am. But that's hard to find when you're a multimillionaire who gets hundreds of thousands of dollars from people who just simp on you. Trish Me Baby said, don't they usually get with someone who just makes them happy regardless of income? And then they end up in situations like Amaranth. They do. They try. But they do need that because women are hypergamous in nature. And they need that person who is better than them. They get with somebody like Amaranth's husband. He probably was better than her intellectually.
What does
but not financially, socially,
mean?
or
Sorry,
anything.
didn't know how to spell that.
That's crazy off, man. That's why I'm saying the education system failed y'all blacks. Hypergamist. But look, hypergamous in nature just means you're gonna shoot beyond. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna go above as far as your dating standards. Okay, I'm here, I shoot for here. That's it. Hypergamous is just shooting above. So you're here, you're shooting always for here. You will never date here. You will never date on your level. You're only dating up here. Yeah. So just dating up. If you want to sum it up, hypergamous nature is just dating up. Hypergamy, dating up. That's it. Dating above. So yeah, man. All right, let's continue this.
Been traumatized by words. Get out of here.
Once you see the emotional, psychological, and even physical impact
You're a
that someone
sick
can have on
motherfucker.
She wouldn't date you. Bestiality is illegal.
That's got to be racist. There's no way.
Like emotion speak. Like I've been traumatized by words. Get out of here.
Once you see the emotional, psychological, and even physical impact that someone can have on you, it makes you cautious about entering into anything new. I guess you could say I'm on a romantic cool down of sorts. And lastly,
And that's the thing, Pokimane, trust me when I tell you I get it, but you know how many men are like, what the f- she talking about because they just can't get it. And I get it, DSG, a romantic cool down. Imagine you have so many people trying to talk to you at all times that you like, I just need a chance to just be like, yo, let me just stop. And that's why I try to help, man, and DSG. Because at any given moment you want to take a break from dating, you should be able to do that. It's just a lot of y'all be thinking, oh, DAQUAN, I got the money. I got the mindset. I got the physique. I mean, but you still weird. You still stink. You still ain't got no style. You still a weirdo. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, you gotta understand this, bro. You gotta really improve on everything, in every aspect. I'm weird as shit, DSG, on some... If Tiffany knew the real me, she'd be like, you're weird. You're weird, man. What the f-? Bro, I just know how to disguise that shit.
simply didn't feel as ever the right time or opportunity to get married in my early to mid-20s. I'm sure I'm not the only one. Between a pandemic, the economy being in the toilet, and
She did not just blame the economy for her not being married. Now, again, people have personal choices, but the economy is why
I've got a vagina.
the multimillionaire,
Stratus,
did not get
you
married.
Stratus?
Blaming the
I
economy
didn't
for
mean to say
nobody
that,
wanting
bro.
to marry
Get
you.
it.
Crazy. Oh,
Chris
my
Stratus.
goodness. Again,
Chris
personal
Stratus.
choice is one
No,
thing.
yo.
Okay, sure, there was a
Man,
pandemic,
yeah,
whatever. but saying the
Come on,
downturn
man.
of the economy.
Chris Stratus?
Yeah, you know, the slights of the American economy and just, you know, the
Chris
complete
Stratus.
downturn, it really had an impact on me. Shut the fuck up.
There just being bigger things to worry about, it's kind of nice to see that people aren't rushing into marriage like they used to. I also try to think of it that
What does that even mean? People are rushing into marriage like they used to. Like, people were
They aren't.
happily married. That's why they rushed into marriage. Or she says rushed it.
Okay, no, they weren't. Like, bro, let's really be all the way real here. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying about me. That's why I couldn't get with all the red shit. Yeah, women, a lot of them were not happily married. It made their lives a lot easier because they weren't allowed to work, and even if they were allowed to work, they didn't make the same money as men. So it's kind of a lot easier to just marry someone who can make a lot more than you and be able to support a household because you couldn't do it yourself. Yeah.
To marriage. People got married younger because, yeah, there was more affordability. Yeah, there were more people
Yeah,
buying
more
houses.
affordability,
Yeah,
yes.
that was the American dream. Normal people do experience the economic downturn. Normal people that don't have millions upon millions of dollars complain about the economy like it affects them in any way, shape, or form like it does a normal person. That I can understand, right? Not having the capability of buying a house, providing for a spouse, having dual income to be able to do that. It's one of the biggest things that I hope that Trump administration, for all the wrongs they have done, hopefully can get right before 2028 is finding a way to bring down housing costs and finding a way to put more money in the pockets of the American taxpayer versus taking more from us to give to these terrible healthcare programs and terribly run Medicare and it's all bad. I want to keep my money so that I can have a family, so I can have kids, so we can repopulate
Romani, I'm glad you called me out because I don't know what was on, bro.
this country. But this idea that, like, oh, the economy was bad, but it's kind of nice to not rush in. What it
That's what I told my barber, bro.
tells me is ain't nobody giving her the time of day to actually marry her because her standards are impossible. Her excuses are hilarious. And combining them with the ideological perfect man for her is a recipe for finding no one. Because, again, she idealizes what the best man would be and the perfect situation would be, when in reality, the person that most likely would be acceptable to her is not going to meet any of those standards because no one is perfect.
True, but you gotta think, man. And that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, I'm not the type of person that lies on women or try to make it seem like their standards are so unrealistic. Bro, if we climb the ladder and we raise our standards, how come women can't do the same? Let's really think about this for a second. If we're dealing with a woman who's never done anything in her life, as far as she's never amounted to anything, this is just a regular little barista or something like that. It's just a regular girl that work at Walmart checking the self-checkout to see if you stealing. If this girl said she wanted a millionaire, it's like, yo, who the fuck you? Like, who are you? You mean to tell me at this point? Let's say if you think that Pokimane, she didn't work for it, my nigga, like, bruh, look at how many hours she streamed. Compare that to your favorite streamers. Have they not done the same? How does she not deserve what standards she set for herself? How? She's worked to get to that point. We have girls out here who have never done anything.
That nigga that cuts your hair and give you no blend.
That's a fact. We have girls out here who've never done anything and think they deserve the world. Yet we have someone like Pokimane who has worked to get to her spot right now. And because she thinks that she deserves a man who is above her level, because women are hypergamous in nature, and she has worked to be a multimillionaire, she thinks she deserves either a multimillionaire or higher. I'm trying to understand what the problem is.
What if it's the last time I'll ever be single? I might as well enjoy it, right? But I am a hopeless romantic at the end of the day, and I truly believe everyone has their perfect match somewhere out there. You already have or will find yours too.
Fuck, is this considered content, by the way? The last 30 seconds of this, like, what is this? This is all, like, all these little side looks and everything, all this is meant to do is goon bait. That's all this is. Winking, all this. This is all goon bait while she's talking about getting.
I make content. Like, bro, I don't know, man. Maybe I don't try to make excuses for people, but maybe I'm just a content creator, so I understand what sells and what doesn't, what's going to, you know what I'm saying, get people to talk about me and what doesn't, and what's going to draw people to me and my content.
Married. This is for girls? Fuck no, dude. Anyway, then that brings us to this. Pokimane trying to find her perfect man, her standards in a man.
Please let the nigga be black. Please put
And the
black.
funny part about this is what we are about to
Put
see
black
is
Pokimane.
exactly why
Put black.
Pokimane and women in this generation, the reflection that she is of this generation, are never satisfied with an individual, especially throughout their 20s, to where they get into their 30s
You
and
going to
panic
take her
and
up the
do look.
skyscrapers, fighting off airplanes as you're holding her?
Because I'm King Kong. That's exactly what I plan on doing, dudes and don't. Thank you, bro.
Look for the person they didn't want to settle for and don't understand why most men are either taken or are not interested in them at that age.
what I plan
It's a
on doing.
vicious cycle of setting an unrealistic standard, not holding themselves to it, putting off whatever they feel deep down inside because
How did Pokimane not hold herself to them same standards? Imagine if Pokimane said, hey, I'm a multimillionaire and I want to date a multimillionaire. What standards did Pokimane not hold herself to? Pokimane never said she wanted an innocent man. She doesn't portray the most innocent person. She is who she is on her streams. If she's innocent, if you perceive her as innocent, she's innocent. If you perceive her as not, then that's what you perceive her as. She's exactly who she is. I'm trying to understand what's going on with this. That's what I'm saying about like involuntarily. You know what I'm saying? Niggas like what? Where did y'all be getting this shit from? Where do y'all come up with this?
and
shit?
don't understand why most men are either taken or are not interested in them at that age. It's a vicious cycle of setting an unrealistic standard, not holding themselves to it, putting off whatever they feel deep down inside because society and really just girls like them have told them they don't need a man, they don't need to be married, they don't need to be in a relationship.
Dermani, I'm sure his comments agree with him. He's the YouTuber. This has 12,000 views 5 hours ago. Goon bait Wade concept. This is definitely a woman thing. A female friend and coworkers thought I was gay because I didn't hit on them. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, I already knew this is the way you say goon bait is hilarious, bro. I'm crying. I'm pretty into the lingo, but I haven't actually heard goon bait, so you said it. Yeah, bro. Wade finna be fresh and fit 2026. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. Yeah, man.
It'll all work itself out. The men will come to you. Don't worry about it. Just to end up 30 plus, single, and depressed. And it's an unfortunate reality, but that's what is happening, especially here in America. But let's see the perfect man for Pokimane and see how attainable that is. So I don't know if you can see here because her webcam is over it, but 24 to 40. I'm assuming that's going to say 6 foot to 6'3". So we already have a height restriction. We have an age restriction. That's fine, you know. She's about to be 30. No big deal there. But we now have a height restriction. We see that. I don't know if this says income or what the money sign is there. No idea.
Exclude married. Yeah, I don't want to date someone who's married.
Exclude obese. She's like, no, they must be obese. It is like exclude previously married, not currently married.
Wait, I just did it. Oops. Wait. No.
Yo, sit your fat ass up. You don't get no bitches. I'm pretty sure Pokimane ain't worried about getting bitches.
Oh. Wow. I actually thought it'd be better odds. Out of 164 million, only 500,000 meet my standards?
Yeah.
0.32%. What did I even ask for? Oh, then again, I guess if you're like, I would date someone of any age.
So you went to age immediately instead of like height and finances and shit. Like, are you serious?
That's still 1% of people.
What?
Okay, chat, I'll let you guys.
So what's funny about this entire thing is when you're staring down the barrel of the standards you've put out, of the way you have evaluated your entire dating life, and this is the result you get,
That's not funny at all. That's most incels, too. Let's get that very clear. What? Like, bro, do you not see this involuntarily celibate how they can't get women? Do you think they just can't get women because it's just they just can't pick that? No, most women do not meet their standards because they think they deserve this and they don't. You are involuntarily celibate. You don't deserve shit. Stop expecting this. You are here. You need to operate here at this level. You will never be up here. Maybe you will if you improve, but you have not improved. You will never be up here. Operate down here where you are. Holla at my Blake to, you know what I'm saying, to put you on game.
A mall where there's just dudes that potentially could meet the standards of one Pokimane. And again, I'm using her as an example for the rest of this generation, essentially. She may have one that meets just the standard she's looking for, not even speaking to the individual, one or two. And then by process of elimination, if there's something that the vibes are off about with that individual, see you later. This is what happens when pie in the sky meets reality. And this is why also the dating market is way more flooded with men than women. Women are just unrealistic. And again,
so the dating market is flooded with more men than women because women are unrealistic or because men are desperate. And men are realistic. So men are realistic as far as they know we need women. We're desperate because we know we need them too. What? Like, bro, that's why the dating market is fucked up. Because women don't need us for sex. We need them for sex, and we're desperate for sex. We're not desperate for a woman. Here,
they say they want one. And this is why also the dating market is way more flooded with men than women. Women are just unrealistic. And again, they say they want one thing, but in reality, most women don't, but in reality, they want the thing deep down inside that they're not saying out loud, which is a strong, outgoing man that will be there as, yes, partly a protector, yes, partly a provider in some way, and yes, someone.
Yeah, I can tell you don't get them enough.
And that will be there as, yes, partly a protector, yes,
partly a protector,
partly a provider, and
that's how I know this thing ain't that with enough women. Partly a protector, partly a provider. Are you serious? Dog, once you deal with enough women, you will learn that women want to turn their brain off when they're with you. How can you be partly a protector and partly a provider when they want to turn their brain off when they're with you?
In some way, and yes, someone that respects them, that treats them as equals, but also is a man and not easily and will intrinsically want, but won't look for when led by the blind, which is this current generation wave of feminism. But now that we've seen Pokimane's ideal man, which is 0.32% of the male population, she didn't like those results. So now she has to find something else to blame. What could it be? Let's take a look.
I don't know if this is controversial, but I'm in New York right now, and I've noticed that the hottest men, the most attractive men, all happen to be gay.
And I completely understand why. You got like me. Do I look like the most attractive nigga ever? No. I'm heterosexual. That's why I look like this. If I was gay, I'd be all spruced up with makeup, probably a little filter on it. I'd probably look like a badass. I know I would look like a badass bitch. I know if you saw me right now, you'd be like, yeah, I let that nigga, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But at the end of the day, you going to sit there and be like, yo, hold on. That nigga probably, he either taking, you know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, that nigga a quarterback or a wide receiver. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, you know what I'm saying? I get it. Hey, them gay taking care of themselves like a motherfucker. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's just what they do. We heterosexual males. This sometimes I don't even want to wipe. I do want to wipe.
I hate Pokimane. I just don't like how she talks.
Gay.
It's not the fact that I don't want to wipe my ass. It's just sometimes it's like, damn, how many times are I going to keep wiping? That's what I'm saying. But I get it. Them gay niggas, they going to get it. That toilet paper going to be white. That toilet paper only got but so many times to be stained. Ass nigga. I don't care, bro. I don't even care what you got to say. Just nigga. Okay, so lie to me right now. Okay, so lie, bro. So you mean to tell me every single time you've wiped until there was nothing left on that toilet paper? Be all the way real right now. As Dre, you're a heterosexual nigga. You mean to tell me you wiped every last time, nigga? Bro, there's sometimes I be busy. I be a little too busy. I got shit I gotta do. It's like, bro, that last wipe, as long as You know what I'm saying? Hit the captain little, you know what I'm saying, a little hook. I know what you did last summer type hook. As long as I did that, hey, bro, it is what it is. Nigga, I wipe whatever's going. Because the thing is this, bro. Y'all know how I go. You ever hit the little, you know, the little hook? You know what I'm saying? You got some shit up on there. And then the next one, you ain't hit the hook, but you, like, look, the first one is the hook. The next one is the flat one. Yeah, I'm going with that flat one is. You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, I don't have to dig into that next time. The flat one it told me all I needed to know. Because at the end of the day, who finna see my drawers? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, who finna see my drawers, nigga? It is what it is, bro. I don't have time all of the time to be like, yo, bro, this shit gonna be white. I have shit I have to do. And that does not entail wipe my ass.
Rolling on someone who is thinking about killing themselves is crazy mud.
It all depends, though. Darkest Sandfell, it all depends. Like, if it's EDP, it's like, fuck it.
Like, I'll meet a guy, I'll be like, and then I find out, and it's all of them. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on out there, but to be honest, it's really...
You're attracted to gay men. That's what I'm saying. Like, what's up with girls? Like, why can't y'all just admit it? Like, you're attracted to gay men.
really not that bad.
All right, Valerie.
They go from potential prospect
I love
to
that sound
potential
effect. I ain't
best
gonna hold you.
friend, and isn't that
Colorado
nice?
dead ass, bro.
I don't know if this...
You like gay men?
I don't know if she realizes that in real time she's telling everybody that
If Pokimane wanted me, it is what it is, nigga.
attractive men
You think I ain't gonna go for that?
don't want to be with her. Like, imagine being like, yeah, all the attractive guys are just gay. No. Now, it is New York, so she may have a point there, but what probably really is happening is that they're not gay. They just don't want to be with Pokimane, or they don't feel the same way about her, or they don't find her attractive. God forbid someone doesn't.
Or, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, her standards are just very high. And, you know what I'm saying? She looks at men who take very good care of themselves, and most of those men are gay.
Find that type of personality and that weirdo energy she gives off attractive. But yeah, imagine thinking everybody that doesn't find you attractive or doesn't want to date you is gay, right? Like, imagine thinking every time you put the
bro,
move
that's
on a
why
guy
I want to
that
be a woman
doesn't
for
think
one
it's
day.
hot or cute.
I want to be a
Valerie,
woman for one day,
tell me
only to
nothing
understand
like
that.
that.
Only to think like that, bro. Because, like, as a man, if a woman finds me unattractive, I'm like, all right, bet. You know what I'm saying? Hey, let me just go to the next one. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go for an uglier one. And, like, women don't ever think, like, you know what, maybe I'm just ugly or something.
Or sexy or doesn't vibe with you, that they must be gay.
Women
The
always,
level of
they never think that.
pretentiousness that this girl exudes is fucking crazy. It's either that or the standard of man she's looking for, the thing that attracts her the most, is actually a gay dude, which is just giving off feminine woman energy. Like, it's just acting, dressing, speaking like a woman. Maybe she's looking in the wrong direction. Maybe there's a ton of potential women out there because they don't want to let her, because they don't want to hurt her feelings.
Oh, we really mean,
Or
we
she's
gotta be real about
attracted
this
to
shit, nigga. What the
effeminate
fuck?
guys, like a feminine dude, and that's okay. You know, you're just attracted to feminine dudes, and there's nothing wrong with that. Again, that's more on Pokimane.
Possibly. You know what I'm saying?
Just
You do it
he's
for
just
Valerie.
just an unfortunate situation.
Not for
But
Valerie.
I mean,
But shout out
to
to
be
Valerie,
honest,
though.
it does feel like it's an ego play from her taking over there. Like, someone said, I pretend to be gay too. Like, yeah, dude, I'm not saying that every person that turns Pokimane down is a dude acting gay, but it does feel like, her ego is getting hurt. And for her to go online and post this tells me that she
If
needed
a
some
nigga tries to
confirmation bias as to the things she was either saying, feeling, or a
can't
combination of
tell
the or being said to her. But this shows you the complete delusion of the current female generation in this country. They are too scared to date. They are too scared to, I don't know, date in person. She, as a quote-unquote celebrity, she feels she can't meet someone in person, so she tries to do it over dating apps. And again, people are so far removed from amongst the world, and look for the man that meets her standards, which, as she took a little online test there, proves is less than 1% of the people she'll meet. It turns out that she's either attracted to gay
Where's
men.
the N-word?
And again, it says more about Pokimane than it does anybody else, including the gay guys, or
King
that the
Nut says
men
nothing.
aren't gay, and just normal dudes aren't attracted to her. And why would that be? Maybe because she's known on the internet for presenting herself a certain way, talking down to men, being controlling, being manipulative, and showcasing her assets on the internet for a probably...
Yeah, Pokimane showing her assets. Are we dead ass serious? Pokimane,
predominantly male audience that are
like, are we being serious here?
They're probably the same people gooning to OnlyFans
Nah,
models on a daily
what's up, mighty flame name?
basis. I guess that's the cost of being a sexualized influencer on the internet. You can't, for a probably predominantly male audience that are probably the same people gooning to OnlyFans models on a daily basis.
Okay.
I guess that's the cost of being a sexualized influencer on the internet. You can't.
So a sexualized influencer. So Pokimane, who does not put out any content as far as anything that needs to be, to where it's like, okay, I can completely understand what is sexualized. She doesn't put out content like that at all, but she's faulted for it.
Always get what you want. Sure, you could be a multi-millionaire
because Pokimane's asking for that.
You can blame you not getting married on the
Pokimane's sitting there at her desktop doing exactly what I'm doing, almost clothed fully the same way I am, is asking for that.
Downturn of the economy somehow. But you may
Cassius just said, nah, she's posted her ass on her Instagram. All right.
Pokimane got no assets, zero.
So I'm gonna venture to say that it has to be on her Instagram right now, right?
MF is regarded.
Damn, Pokimane, you deserve to get sexualized. Oh my God. Look at all these sexual pictures. Oh my God, Pokimane, why would you dress like that? Pokimane, your belly button showing? Oh my Lord. Pokimane, you need to be sexualized so bad. Like, Pokimane, did you really just show this? Oh my God, I cannot believe you would show that much of your ass. Like, niggas just not used to seeing or something like this to where you think that any of this is sexualized? Are we being real here? Are we being real here, nigga? It's you pogging, bro. It's you get no
pussy shaking right now.
This is sexualized. Well, Daquan, do you see how much of her leg she's showing? Man, shut the f up, man. You weird. Oh man, Daquan, look at that. The skirt is so short though. But Daquan, do you see her face? But Daquan, look at the face that she's making. Oh my God, Daquan, did you see the cleavage? Man, shut the f up. You just don't get no pussy. You niggas gotta really learn that, bro. Some of y'all niggas need to realize maybe you just don't get any. Cause what the f? There's nothing sexualized about this woman's page.
May not find an earnest dude that's looking for the right one that's going to be dedicated to him and him only. Not the thousands of people online waiting for you to drop something behind your chair so you can bend over and they can.
So she can bend over.
She looks nice. However, TS ain't sexualized. Sexualized is seeing someone explicitly showing ass or titties with the intent to get people brick 10 horny.
These are men who are sexualizing her. She is a victim of sexualization. Pokimane is not posting anything to where it's like, I have to sexualize.
I've got a vagina.
Spam hard eyes. But yeah, there it is. The dating scene in 2026 is gone to hell. Luckily,
it hasn't. Yo, bruh, DSG, I'm here to let everybody in here know, no matter how much of the pop the balloon shows or streamers or anything you see online or podcasts, interviews or anything like that, this is not the dating scene. Go out there and talk to real people. This is not the dating scene at all. Just because you see Pokimane saying that most men that she finds attractive are gay does not mean that that's how most women think. Please don't think this is the dating scene at all, because it's not. Let's go ahead and just cancel that. That's not the dating scene at all. There are so many regular women out there that will like you for you.
Yeah, I'm taken, and I ain't got to worry about this bullshit. But there are women that watch this, and for those that don't, but maybe you have a woman in your life, we got to find a way to reverse this idea of feminism being men bad always, women better.
Well, most definitely, we should find a way to reverse that. But
and do what I say or else misogyny. We have to fix.
That's a fact. But yeah, shout out to Wade's World, bro. Definitely a good video nonetheless. I disagree with a lot of the things you said, but this is a good video nonetheless. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Wade's World, bro.